Hey guys, you're welcome to my channel. You're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Okeoghene, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. I want to appreciate those that have subscribed and those that have watched the video. So today's video, quickly, I'll be teaching you introduction to fashion illustration. So I'm a fashion illustrator, but I'm a self-taught fashion illustrator. I learned practically everything by myself. I only learned how to draw, I think, two body pose, just two body poses, straight and a leg forward. That's the only thing. I learned how to color and everything by myself. So I'll be teaching you on this my channel how to illustrate. So today will be introduction to fashion illustration. I'll be showing you tools that I'll be using along the way. So what's fashion illustration? Fashion illustration is you bringing your ideas into reality. For, let's say, you have a dress you need to make and you don't really know how to make it. That's your idea for you can be an illustrator. Mind you can be an illustrator and not be a fashion designer. So you can actually illustrate the idea you want your fashion designer to bring out. Yes. So fashion illustration has been existing. It has been existing, I think, nearly, 500 years. It has been existing. Now, people don't really do the manual illustration. So, basically, we have two types of fashion illustration. We have manual and digital. I would say, I would specifically say we have two. Some people will say we have three because I actually share them. So for the manual, we have this pencil sketch, the marker, the watercolor, the charcoal. For the digital, we have the Adobe Illustration, Procreate, Autodesk, anything you can use to create a design digitally. That's why fixed it. And anything you can use to create a design manually is under the manual illustration. So for a fashion designer, what you need to know is, especially for the country, like from Nigerian base, if you're a Nigerian based fashion designer, the world is actually growing. More and more people need to stand out. So what will make you stand out in your business is you learning things that require your business to move forward. So as a fashion designer in Nigeria, people go and learn how to illustrate for the growth of their business. And I think basically, if you don't know how to illustrate, at least know how to draw the croquis, know how to just draw three pose, to just color. No matter how, I think for your niche is what makes you stand out. So if you are Tokwe, and Tokwe draws a croquis, like a fashion figure like this, anytime I get to see this fashion figure, I know it is Tokwe. If it's Tina, I know this is Tina's. So it makes you stand out. With time, it makes you to stand out. You don't need to copy what others are copying. It is your ideas you're bringing into, you're representing your ideas out visually, right? So I'll be going straight to showing you the equipment I use that I bought. They're actually budget friendly, between 4-5, some 2-5, 400 in Nigeria. I'm actually saying this currency like in naira in Nigeria. So let's go straight to the tools that I use. Let's continue with the tools. I want to show you something. In 2018, I learned how to sew. No, in 2018, I learned how to illustrate just the body. And in 2019, I drew this. Yes, I didn't know how to color. I did not know how to place everything, but I drew this. I don't know if you can see this. And recently, one of my recent work was this, and which is improvement. Yes, in 2019, I didn't really draw. I didn't even do anything. It was during the lockdown in 2020. That was when I started doing, I think it was July or so. I started going back to my illustration. Okay, first of all, one of my tools here is the Sino Art. It's a color pencil. It's 24-piece color pencil, and it's affordable. I can't remember the price. Yes, I'm not going to get any percentage, but most of my materials I got them from Art World. I think AB Art World or something. You can check them on Instagram. I think they're in Abuja, they're in Lagos and Port Harcourt and Benin too. This is one tool I use for my color pencil, and I use my color pencil to illustrate this. And second here is my brush set. I use this for my watercolor. Yes, I use this for my watercolor, my brush set. Then this is my watercolor pad that I use for sketching for the watercolor. So I have different normal sketching pads. There is no watercolor. This A4, there's A3, there's A5, right? This A4. Now, why I don't use this for watercolor, I don't know if you can see this, it's not as thick as watercolor to retain it. Now let me show you the watercolor pad. This is the watercolor pad. This is how thick, which is like, this is how thick it is, which is like 3 to 4 paper, right? Then this is my mixing palette, so I use it to mix the color. Yes, if you can get color sets, your watercolor sets, good, but for me I got this Winston and Newton Coatman watercolor. So basically what I do with this is I mix them to get my desirable color. Alright, so we have yellow, we have blue, this is orange, we have black, okay, this is cadmium red, this is ivory black, viridian hue, and burnt umber. Yeah. So I mix them to get okay, for those that are in art class, I think it will be easier for you to mix color. So I learned how to mix color to get my desirable color. I was actually in the arts department, so it was easier for me. But everything you need to do is it's on Google and it's on YouTube. YouTube is actually a search engine. I don't know how people don't really use it. I'm really surprised people don't really use it. I learned how to do all this by myself through research, and majorly one of the research I did was on Instagram and on YouTube. That's where I did my research on. I go to big profiles, I check what they are doing, I try to recreate their work. Yes, if I recreate it will not look fine at first. I will try harder. So by the time you get to the third time, you're already good in that design. So like in fashion illustration, nobody knows everything. Practice make perfect. So you will need a ruler. Yes, if you're trying to draw the fashion figure, 9 heads, 10 heads, you will need a ruler for measurement. Then there is, I've used this to illustrate sequin. Yes, I've used this to illustrate it. It's white, is Winston and Newton Galleria acrylic. It's white actually. I don't know if you can see this. It's white. Then I have this color pencil. Yes, it's actually 12. I use them. There are some things I really don't use regularly, so I think I got this for either 4,500 or 7,500, one of those prices. 4,500, between 4,500 or 7,500, one of the prices. And I don't really use this except I'm being paid or I need to create something for someone. I don't really use this because it's quite expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive. So next on my list is my sharpener. Then I have this yes, I think I should be brand ambassador for Winston and Newton. So I have this marker from Winston and Newton. It's a set. I don't know if the name of the set is here. It's W1AJ. I don't know. It's actually a set. Skin tone set. I think it's skin tone set actually. So it's 6. It's a set and it's expensive and it dries by itself. Ha ha ha. That's it. And yes, this is Naturaj pencil. It's HB. We have B, we have 2B, we have 3B, we have 4B, we have 6B. You will see it's drawing pencil for artists, the professional choice. Yes. And then I have this fine liner, the blackboard pad. So this is green, this is red, this is blue. So I use the red to trace the line of, I don't know, let me show you something that I did with the red. Oh, I don't think he's here. Okay, so this is, if you notice the line, I use red on it. One thing I know how to do best for myself for growth. This is actually affordable. First of all, this is affordable. The money that you used to buy this 50, you will use it to buy this one. I think this one 6 or so. So you see that rough sketches I want to create, I do it on this paper. So this ones, and then erasers. I have this Naturaj pencil, HB pencil. This is also Naturaj. This is also Naturaj. Then this is 2B pencil. Yeah, so I use them. Then I have this Stabilo pen. I have this Stabilo pen, and I can't even. I have this Stabilo pen. I'll have to figure or show you what I use it, like one of the designs I've used it to create. Okay, this is it. I don't know if you can see. I have this Stabilo pen, and this is also fine line. Tippers. Okay, so this is it for today's class or today's tutorial. I really say it's class because this is it for today's class or tutorial. Anyone, pick anyone. Please do not forget to subscribe, to like and share. And one thing that we want you to know is whatever pace you're going right now in your fashion designing life, just go with the flow. Don't be pressured into, like, for example, I showed you the work I did in 2019 and the work I'm doing in 2021. There are huge difference. In fact, if I sit down and say I want to just create something out of the blue, it's going to still come out nice, and yours won't come out nice because you haven't practiced, you haven't done certain research. You have to do research. YouTube is your best research app. Yes, YouTube is the best research app. For example, what I'm doing now is I'm teaching people that want to do research on the budget-friendly tools that they would like to use, right? So utilize YouTube. Yes. Anyway, thank you very much. Give this video a thumbs up if you watch it to the end. Thank you very much. Bye.